Hello and welcome to our chemistry class. This is our chapter number 2, that is physical and chemical change, and today we are going to start our last topic of this chapter, that is categorizing chemical changes. First one is fermentation, then rusting, third one is respiration, then curdling of milk, then burning or combustion, then cooking of food, and the last one is digestion. So we will start from the fermentation, that is a chemical change. So fermentation, what is fermentation? It is the chemical breakdown of a substance by bacteria, yeast or other microorganisms, typically involving the release of carbon dioxide and heat. Means there is a chemical breakdown with the help of bacteria or yeast, or we can say that other microorganisms. And here what is the yeast function? Yeast function is to increase the size of the substance. If there is a breakdown with the help of yeast, then there is the increase in the size of that substance. Okay, so here also the release of carbon dioxide and heat. So it is a desirable or undesirable. It is desirable only in the case of idli, bread or dosa. Okay, because it is desire. So it is undesirable in the case of juices, because fruit juice, if undergo fermentation, then its taste becomes sour, and that is unfit for the drinking because it leads to spoilage. The next one is, it is irreversible and endothermic. Irreversible means we cannot attain the first position, and endothermic means in which heat is required to carry out a chemical change. So next chemical change is rusting. So what is rusting? It is a chemical change that converts the iron into iron oxide when it is exposed to oxygen and moisture in air. That is called rusting. Means when the iron is placed in atmosphere in which the oxygen and moisture is present in higher amount, then it will become corroded, means its surface become rusted. So this process is called the rusting. So next one is, it is undesirable because it spoils the surface of the iron. So it is undesirable. And irreversible means we cannot attain the first position, that is a pure iron. Then it is a endothermic change. So here you can see non-rusted metal, that is a non-rusted iron. When this iron is in contact with oxygen and moisture, then a brown layer is covered their surface, that is called the rusting. So this brown layer is called rust. So why this is a chemical change? Because in this a new substance is formed that is irreversible in nature, means we cannot get a non-rusted metal from a rusted metal. So this is a chemical change and also irreversible change. So next chemical change is respiration. What is respiration? It is a process in which food breaks down to release energy, water and carbon dioxide. The food that we eat, after entering our body, it will breaks down and release energy, water and carbon dioxide. You know very well that we release carbon dioxide and inhale oxygen. So when glucose combine with oxygen, then this will give carbon dioxide plus water and also releases energy. So it is a desirable because respiration wants our body. So this is a desirable process. Then irreversible means we cannot get glucose and oxygen from carbon dioxide and water. Then it is exothermic change, means our body release the energy in the form of heat. So here this is our respiration system through which we have to breathe. So in respiration, you know that Glucose plus oxygen combine to form carbon dioxide and water and also releases energy. So our next change is curdling of milk. So the process by which a liquid changes into a soft semi-solid mass, that is called curdling. Means in this, the liquid, that is a milk form, that converts into a curd form, that is a semi-solid form, that is called curdling. So it is irreversible, desirable or undesirable. It is desirable if we want curd and undesirable if it spoils the milk. So here you can see the curdling process. Take a bowl of milk and take a spoon of curd. So put a spoon of curd in milk and stir it well. Then cover the bowl with a lid for some hours. So after that, the liquid, that is milk, changes into the semi-solid form, that is in the curd form. So in this, there is change in volume, weight, smell and also in taste. So next one is burning or combustion. What is burning? It is a chemical change in which a substance combined with oxygen at higher temperature and releases heat and light. Then it is desirable, irreversible and exothermic change. So in burning, a new substance is formed. So it is a chemical change. So let's see. This is a paper. So when we burn the paper, so after burning it will changes into ash, and this ash is irreversible, means we cannot get a paper from this ash. So it is a irreversible process and also known as chemical change. So let's see another example, that is the burning of candle. When the candle burns, it reduces its size. So here, after reducing its size, it cannot attain its original size. So this is also an irreversible change or chemical change. So next change is cooking of food. So cooking of food is also a chemical change. This is endothermic, fast and also a desirable change, because we desire a cooked food, not a uncooked food. And next point is coagulation. What is coagulation? It is the change in the structure of the protein brought about by heat and mechanical actions. Means in this, the protein size is increased. So let's see. This is a raw egg, and after cooking it will changes into an omelette. And you know that cooking of an egg is also a chemical change, because in this, the cooked form cannot be converted into an uncooked form. So next one is digestion. What is digestion? It is the process by which food is broken down into simple chemical compounds that can be absorbed and used as nutrients or eliminated by the body. So this means the food that we eat, after eating, it will broken down into simple compounds, so and eliminated by our body as a waste. So it is a desirable, irreversible and endothermic change.